very rainy, very gloomy Sunday, which makes the name Sunday kind of an oxymoron. But that's okay. We needed the rain. Oh my goodness, my allergies have been having fits and my sinuses waiting for it to rain. It's finally started. And my sinuses is still not cleared up. Yay! Anyway, I am up early on a Sunday in this weather because I am headed to North America. So if you follow the podcast at all, and if you don't, social media links always in the description box, then you are aware that this weekend I was supposed to be in Dayton, Ohio for Time Lord Expo, a new and up-and-coming Doctor Who related fan convention, and unfortunately for a number of reasons it got canceled in the last couple of weeks, which really sucks a lot. I've cried about it several times. I will probably cry about it several more times before I guess get over it. I don't know. But thankfully I was a little lost because I'd blocked out this time to go to Ohio, and I expected that to take over my entire weekend, and suddenly that weekend was now free. So and I was kind of at a loss what to do. So thankfully I've been able to fill in most of the weekend with I guess distractions. Friday night, Chauncey and I went to the Children's Museum to go through the haunted house. I obviously, if you saw, I went through it as a media preview where, they didn't have it staffed with actors. There were people jumping out and scaring you. And it had some of the lighting and some of the sound effects, but for the most part it was just walking through and seeing what it looks like. But Chauncey and I went back and went through the haunted house proper, which again, as I've said in my previous vlog, that's about as scary as I can tolerate as a children's museum. And even that, my blood pressure was kind of high. So we did that, and then yesterday you'll see in its own separate vlog, more than likely, we went down to Santa Claus, Indiana to go to Holiday World, which I've been to Holiday World once, like 10 years ago with my mom, and it was in the middle of summer, so it was the theme park and the water park were both open. Their water park is amazing, but obviously with it being October, the water park's not open, but they do Halloween weekends where they've got special show is Halloween themed. They've got extra decorations and like Halloween themed snacks and stuff you can buy, and they got trick-or-treating for the kids and that sort of thing. And they've got a couple of haunted houses, but they're not really, because there's no one in there really jumping at it. Well, the carnival one did have like one person where they could like jump out. It had a drop window, but he'd like drop the window and be like, "Hi, how you doing?" Not like, but of course, me, I hate haunted houses, so I'm like, I'm completely psyching myself out even before we get in, and I'm just totally expecting just terror the entire time, and then there's nothing, and psychological warfare all on myself. But we made a day of it. It was kind of fun. We definitely need to go back when the water park is open so Chauncey can experience the water park, because the water park is so good. We could easily spend just all day in the lazy river and probably fry ourselves to a crisp, even with the free sunscreen. But today, to kind of, I guess, finalize or end the weekend hopefully on a high note, is the folks at Who North America, Keith and Janie. They're amazing, they're awesome. Managed to work it out so that Caitlin Blackwood is coming to the shop today. And most people, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you know Caitlin Blackwood. She's Karen Gillan's cousin, and she played young Amy Pond during Matt Smith's tenure as the Doctor. So she's not so young Amy Pond anymore. She is almost an adult, or pretty much an adult. I'm not sure exactly how old she is now, but she's grown up. She is no longer that little redheaded girl sitting out in the garden waiting for the Raggedy Man in his box to come back. So I'm going to go and interview Caitlin for the 5-ish Fangirls, and of course, you know, I'm going to get an autograph and a photo to add to my collection of Doctor Who autographs and pictures.
Come to meet her, I mean, you're just beginning to come out of that shell now and meet people, and they're getting a taste of who this beautiful person is. So, yeah. She's really lovely.
There you go, Caitlin.
She's blushing.
5, 6 years old when you're doing the roles that we're talking about. This roles. Did that affect your life at that point? Was it easy to address it with people saying, I know her, and you get tired of seeing it? Or what was your personal experience? How did it feel?
Well, people just kind of treat me as normal. In Inverness, no one really kind of comes up to you and anything like that. Even Karen can go back to Inverness and not be bothered by anyone. So it didn't really affect me in any way. When I started going to college this year, people started noticing it and asking me about it. But no one's really ever bothered me about it at all or anything.
Ooh, look at that spread. Isn't that just lovely? Oh yeah. Because I can't cook, but it's Chauncey's birthday, so I didn't want to have him cook. So I went to Fazoli's instead. I can boil pasta, but they're just still better. Plus I can't do their breadsticks. I can't make those. So we've got spaghetti with meat sauce, and then fettuccine with Alfredo sauce, and then breadsticks, and I have even more breadsticks because I opted for more breadsticks instead of the salad, because who wants to fill up on salad when there's Fazoli's breadsticks? And then I don't know what beer he wants, so I just got him a mug. I'll let him pick. Oh, and then these are actually from work, because our work, or I guess the bigger organization that our work is part of, is having their birthday celebration today. So I was at a conference and Chauncey didn't go, and I've got crap on the camera. Oh, sorry. So they gave us these little party. I know what's in here because I saw other people open theirs, but I grabbed one for him. But they all had these little stickers on them, and this one says, "Spoiler alert, it's not diamonds." But I thought the sticker on this one was so appropriate for Chauncey. Spoiler alert, it's not a PlayStation VR, but that's okay because he has one already. Well, it just works, but he gets to play with one all day if he wants to. So, and then desserts, because Chauncey's not really a big dessert person, but I just thought this was so wonderful. Well, I wedged it in there, so you may just have to wait. We have to wait till we get to dessert. Oh, wait. Oh, well, no, it's frosted all over, so I'm just gonna leave it. You're just gonna wait. Just like him. But he should be here shortly. That's a big frosty one.
Foamy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Very cool.
Beer, your favorite. Doesn't taste like beer, though. Tastes like mint chocolate chip.
It smells like ice right now.
Yep.
You gotta thaw out.
Yep. Then we'll cut it open. Alright, how am I looking? Not that it really matters, because I'm about to get my hair cut. But going to get my hair did. Shouldn't be too drastic a change. We're going slowly because I'm still trying to grow it out. So really she's just cutting it to make it look healthy and so that it grows out more healthy looking, if that makes sense. So she's already cut my hair once. She did a fabulous job, so I fully expect her to do a good job again. So Ta-da! All done. I told you it wasn't a huge, drastic change. Just cleaning everything up, but oh my goodness, it feels so much better. You guys don't know me already. I have really, really, really thick hair. Like obnoxiously thick hair. So to have a hairstylist that knows how to cut said super thick and coarse hair. It's not wavy, it's not curly, it's just coarse, almost like straw-like. So to be able to cut it in a way that it doesn't look like just rough, it actually looks soft and shiny. It's so fabulous. So if anyone in the Indianapolis area needs a good hairstylist, go see Ashley at Urban Euphoria on the south side of Indy's, technically Greenwood because we're south of county line, but still, you know, if you're willing to come south of Indianapolis, go see Ashley at Urban Euphoria. Tell her I sent you. She is amazing. Now, dinner. I'm stuck sitting in traffic. Apparently there is a really, really bad wreck up ahead, and it's affecting the interstate going both directions because, as you can see, we are completely backed up here. But if you look at the interstate going the other direction, there's no cars. It didn't even occur to me that there wasn't any traffic going south until they said on the radio that both directions are being affected. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't seen any cars go by. And of course, yeah, I had no idea what was causing the backup, so being a dummy, I didn't get off at the last possible exit. And now I'm stuck and I have no idea how long it's gonna be. This is a interesting way to start a Friday, I guess. But you know, I've got myself to keep myself entertained, I guess. Well, they've got the interstate going south cleared, at least enough that traffic's moving again, which is good. I didn't film it because that was, I think that would have been wrong, but about 20 minutes ago-ish, when I was stuck further back and we weren't moving again. Occasionally there's been someone who's gotten out of their car to, like, you know, have a look-see, but there was this car a couple lanes over and I saw passenger door open and some guy got out, and then the other passenger, sorry, battery died, had to change the battery. Anyway, so these guys get out and walk over to the median in the middle, and I assume probably they were gonna look, see what they could see, and then I saw the one guy get back in, and then my lane started moving, and then the other guy was still standing there over by the median taking a piss right in the middle of the highway. Well, not in the middle of the highway, but I mean, kind of. It was on the median, but like I couldn't see the organ that releases the piss, thank goodness, but I could definitely see the stream of urine hitting the metal barriers. Like, really? Really classy. It's a good thing that, you know, at the time there wasn't traffic going the other direction. Otherwise, he probably could have, like, you know, flashed some people. So I guess technically he still could get in trouble for both of them for public urination and maybe exposure. But I don't think there were any cops in the area, so they probably got away with it. But I was like, really? That's gross. You know, pee in a bottle or something. I'm still stuck. I mean, I've moved a little bit, a couple miles, and it's been almost 2 hours. I've probably moved like 4 miles in like 2 hours. Oh my goodness. So, but if traffic is moving south, then hopefully that means that they've at least got it cleaned up somewhat, and we'll get moving here. But I'm gonna divert and take a different route. Actually, as soon as I can get to civilization, I need to stop because I'm hungry. I've been sitting here so long. Like, I'm starting to get hungry, so I'm gonna have to stop for a snack or something. Yeah, this is and the sun has disappeared. It's gotten all gloomy. It's supposed to rain later, and it's cold. Yeah, good time for Friday. I'm not gonna complain too much. I'm not gonna complain too much because I found a news article about the wreck, and it was bad. Semi truck jackknifed and hit the median and was actually affecting the highway going both directions. And I guess I think the semi was headed northbound, but there was a car headed southbound and hit the semi, and that person died, which is really, really unfortunate. So I'm not gonna complain too much about being stuck in traffic when some unfortunate person, you know, not very unfortunate, but some person unfortunately lost her life. Apparently, it's time for Sitting in Traffic, the sequel. So, good news is I did finally make it to work after sitting on the interstate for almost 2 hours. I got to work 3 hours after I left my house. But now I'm trying to go home, and I'm like, oh, well, I'll just take city streets because I need to run some errands on the way there, so I'll just take the one city street that I normally take. And I'm waiting for a train, and it's raining. I'm waiting for a train in the rain. Thank goodness I'm not actually getting rained on. But yeah. Yeah, once I got free of the interstate, the one exit and street I would have taken that was closest was backed up because that's where everybody was going who was trying to go downtown from that direction, because we all got diverted the same direction. So I had to go somewhat out of my way to another street. I took it downtown and then proceeded to have to go around city, like public works folks, because there was a water main break in the middle of the street. So I had to get slightly diverted for that. And then there was a fire or something. So there were cops in the middle of the road in some spots, and there was a bunch of fire trucks. I was kind of, and then I almost couldn't find a parking spot when I got to work. I was almost convinced that the universe was trying to tell me to turn around and just go home. You don't need to be out today, but damn it, there's stuff I needed to do, and unfortunately, it couldn't wait because it's Friday. Stuff that needed to get done today. But I persevered. And now we're moving again. Success.
And now for the judge's choice, Elena will announce who she picked. And you get a very nice flag.
Also suitable for hanging on your wall. Yep.
Or a photo of me, because everyone knows it's
Down, Jeff.
fine. Only the bottom. This is really hard, and I always kind of drag it to the because I can go on. So it gets really hard to pick. But I noticed one costume as everyone was milling about outside, one really caught my eye. It had a very nice presentation. It actually looked like the character in movement and in the silhouette, and that is our Tom Baker. So that's my story.
Judge's choice. And can I borrow your phone to
Guys, I am so cold. Oh. If you didn't gather from the clips that you probably just saw before this one, I was at Who North America, my favorite place, one of my favorite places in Indiana especially, for Doctoberfest, which I did last year. I'm pretty sure I vlogged. I don't know if it was its own vlog or if it's just mixed in with something else. Anyway, I'll put the link in the description. But unlike last year where the weather was gorgeous for late October, this was so cold. So cold. My car says it's 42. The weather app on my phone was saying 39. But with the wind chill, because we were getting a steady breeze most of the day and then gusts of like 15, 20 miles an hour, it felt like 31 and probably felt even colder when we get those strong gusts of wind. And it's like 70% humidity, but it's not raining. It rained like all day yesterday. There's this shelf of just clouds, like low-lying clouds, so we got no sunshine. So it may have been technically 39, but it felt a hell of a lot colder, and I am froze. You know, I would go inside every now and then to warm back up. Chauncey ended up bringing me a blanket. I've got on like, I don't know how many layers of clothing, like 3 or 4 layers of clothing, top and bottom. But I've got my heat up, almost full blast in my car. I've got my my seat heaters on. But I am cold. I had fun, but weather-wise, that was not ideal for being outside all day at all. So, oh my goodness. Oh, like all my muscles hurt because all I've done is shiver for like the past 8 hours. Almost non-stop. So, whew. Here's a tip, folks, kids. If you know you're going to be outside, dress appropriately, but always have other options just in case. In this case, I had someplace warm I could go into every now and then when it got too unbearable. So I'm sure I'll be fine. I need a warm shower and some dinner. But yeah, I think we skipped fall and have gone straight into winter, unfortunately. Kind of like how we skipped spring and went right into summer. Apparently we're just gonna have 2 seasons this year, winter and summer. Halloween 2017. This is our redneck setup. We're going with the slapdash together at the last minute redneck setup. It'll be slightly more intimidating once it gets cold. It's already up. Can you tell what my priority is? Cold. Dark. Once it gets dark, it'll be slightly more intimidating. He's right there. Go ahead, Mr. Bigfoot, you're free to cross. We're lazy psychopaths. We just leave our machetes and sickles and laying all over the place. Heads. So cold. My mom ended up bringing up our space heater. We've got it on the highest setting, 99 degrees, and I can barely feel it just because it is so cold. Last time I checked my phone, it said it was 39. Colder now. Let's see. Hopefully we're almost done. There's like 10 minutes left. 38. Thankfully there's no wind. It feels like 37 because there's 72% humidity. Because it's supposed to start raining about 3 a.m. and then tomorrow afternoon. So all this moisture in the air is just making it feel way worse than it actually is. But we've had a decent stream of trick-or-treaters, so gotten rid of pretty much all the candy. That's a bit scary. Frickin' November 1st. I got a nice white thick layer of ice on top of my car. This is bulk.